sir, and thanks for the
Okay, sir. Very good.
inviting me
Yes, yes.
as a resource person. And I really thankful to the Betkar sir who give me opportunity to share my views in front of all
Yes.
of you. Yeah. So myself,
So
Dr.
very
Uday Kumar.
good.
Good evening, very good evening, sir. Yeah.
So good evening to you all once again.
Okay, sir.
Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa District Latur in Maharashtra state. It's organized a world record series 2. Today on the dais, Honorable Resource Person is with us, Dr. Uday Kumar Gupta sir. So first of all, I welcome to you, sir,
Thank you,
for the
sir.
chair.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
welcome the chief organizer of the series, our ideal principal, M. Betkar sir. Also welcome faculty members of my college and all those dear participants. Today's topic for presentation is role of communication in business organizations. Now this topic is going to present, as I have mentioned, Honorable Dr. Uday Kumar Gupta sir. At present, serving as an associate professor at the management, who is from Sanjeev Agrawal Global Educational University, Bhopal. So with this brief introduction, now I request you, sir, please start your presentation on today's topic, role of communication in business organizations. You are most welcome. Gupta sir, unmute, please, and then talk.
Okay, okay. Okay. So let me start. Myself, Dr. Uday Kumar Gupta. Is it audible to all of you, sir?
Yes, sir, yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Clear. Clear.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So just introduce myself, Dr. Uday Kumar Gupta. Presently, I am working with Sanjeev Agarwal Global Education, Sage University, Bhopal, as an associate professor in management, School of Management and Commerce. Previously, I also worked with the Institute for Higher Education, Government Institute at Bhopal. It's the Excellence College. So I worked with the last 5 years with that college. And before that, I also worked with some corporate organizations. And I was worked with the Mahindra Finance. I will start my career with the Mahindra Finance after completing my MBA from Devi Ahilyabai University, Indore, in the international business. So I worked with the Mahindra Finance as a management trainee and the finance officer. Then I worked with the HDFC Bank Delhi as a collection manager. After that, I also worked with the Cholamandalam Investment and Finance Company as a branch manager. After during the job, I also pursuing my PhD from the Chitrakoot Gramoday University. It's the NAC A grade university. And after 2007, I was awarded with the PhD in management. Then I start career with the education field, academics field. So I joined the IEHE College, Institute for Excellence in Higher Education College, Bhopal, as a guest faculty, as a honorable faculty. And right now I'm working with the Sage University, as I already said. So that's my somehow some information about me. Right now, today I am presenting my some views on the business communication, or we say role of communication in the business organization. It's a very important. I think it's a very important for all of you and me also. And I teach this subject from the last 5 years. So I think I give some uh, information or that is useful for you, all of you. So can I start my presentation?
Yes.
So is it visible to all of you, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So we discuss about the communication. Yes. So if we say about the communication is a very common thing for all of you, for all of us. It's the communication means we say the sharing the ideas, whatever we have, we share our other persons. That's the communication. It's a very important thing for all of us. And we say communication is a very old thing, or we say it's a very universal. Because without the communication, we can't live in the world. We say communication को अगर हम बात करें, it's a for all, not for the living beings, it's also for the non-livings and all living beings. अगर हम बात, if we say about the other than human beings, we also having a communication. We make some contact with animals, with the plants. We have some vibrations. We have some positive, negative communication with all around our environment. So communication is everywhere, we say, or we live in the communication age right now. And if we say at the about the age, so it comes from the old times. Whenever we start our journey as a human being, as the living beings, we have a communication. Some generations are there, species are originated, they communicate, they give some information to the next generation, and that comes and comes over that the present time. Yeah. So communication is comes from there. The means are changed. The means are changed. If we say in the ancient time, we have some communication, we use some natural words like visions for the making our communication. It's a very common and listen by all of us कि हम पहले जो मैसेजेस जो अपन देते थे वो कबूतरों के द्वारा देते थे. It's the initial stage. Then the communication is changed. It's in the Vedic Kal or different times we speak the communication, we communicate to one generation to another generation by reciting the things. अगर हम वेदों के बारे में बात करते हैं तो वेदों के टाइम पे उस समय पे we communicate to recite. एक जनरेशन सेकेंड जनरेशन को रीड करवाती थी, लर्निंग करती थी. एंड इस कम्स टू जनरेशन. फिर हमारे पास मीन्स भी चेंज, मीन्स हमने चेंज किए. we use the animals for the हाउस राइडिंग बाय देयर हॉर्स राइडिंग. हमने हॉर्स के द्वारा एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर हम संदेश वाहक भेजते थे. मैसेंजर्स आर आल्सो डूइंग देयर. So that is the we say in the ancient time. Now the time is changed. On that time communication we say is very slower. Time to time is changed from the slower to faster. जैसे जैसे अगर हम बात करें in the yesterday I listen to ma'am कि some technologies comes. So definitely technology is also play a vital role in the communication. So as the improvement in the technology, some communication is also become so faster and faster. Just take an example. In the ancient time, we use the messengers. They go one place to another place by the horse. We take some more advantages, some more advanced technologies we use, and we in the recent time we say I'm not giving you some more in a history about that. But after that, अगर हम we say तो post and telecom which comes in the communication, postage who are the old persons, or we say 10 to 20 years ago we are using the post office, postman's cards, letters we are using. Yes. So communication is a very universal thing. Now we come on the one by one. We say communication in business. We say some management thinkers is also giving some communication definitions as we see in the slide. According to Kunz and O'Donnell is also giving some communication definition. It's the exchange of information at least between two persons with a view to create an understanding in the mind of other, whether or not gives rise to conflict. So that is the communication process between the two persons. We are sharing the ideas with the one to another. Communication, we already speak about the communication scope in our personal. We have a communication in our personal life. We make our relationship on the basis of communication. If we don't have a communication, I think so we are not having a personal relationship. Yeah. So personal life, our relationships in society, we develop the relationship through the communication. We make the friends with the communication. In the professional life, we are saving lots of things in that particular topic. In the professional life, in the business, we are also having a communication is a very important. Without communication, we cannot run any kind of business. We say that is the lifeblood. जैसे हम बात करें कि भाई बॉडी के अंदर अगर हम कम्युनिकेशन चल रहा है, हमारी जो नर्वस सिस्टम है, हमारा जो ब्लड का सर्कुलेशन, इज द कम्युनिकेशन. सेम इज द बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. अगर हम बात करें तो बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर जो पूरा नर्वस सिस्टम अगर हम बात करें, दैट इज द कम्युनिकेशन. We send the information through one place to another place. Same in body, same in business organization. So communication is the nervous system of our business organization, we say. In the management, we also having a communication. We are also having a developed industrial relationships. So that is also there. We are also making the industrial relationships, companies making the communication to each other through the communication only, through the sharing the ideas, sharing their opinions. Okay, in the next time, next things, I also discuss about some features about the communication that is very common. We can't make a communication by the single person. We need at least two persons for the communication. Yes, so it's a two-way process because two persons are there. So it's a two-way process. Someone, I am saying to you, you listen to me and give some reward to us. So that's communication. It's a dynamic process. We changed, as we already say, from the ancient time to the modern time, we change the means. So it's a dynamic. Changes is there. It's a pervasive. Without, we say, in any corner of the world, we have a communication. कहीं पे भी हम चले जाएं पूरी दुनिया में, कम्युनिकेशन के बिना रहना इम्पॉसिबल है. It may be the oral or written communication. I am giving some suggestions, some information to all of you. That's the oral communication. You're viewing my presentation. It's a written communication. Every communication having some purposes that makes it effectiveness. Without purpose, without any aim, we make a communication. It's not a fruitful. It's not an effective communication. It's the universal process. Whatever we say, that is the same thing is applied in all over the world. So we say that is the universal. Now we come on the communication process. As we already say, in the communication, there are two persons are there, sender and receiver. Here we say, I am a sender or you are the receiver. Yes. But इट्स अ प्रोसेस. अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं, इट्स अ वेरी फास्ट. तो हमें प्रोसेस की स्टेप्स क्लियर नहीं होते हैं क्योंकि हम बहुत फास्ट बात कर रहे हैं. इफ वी से आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट समथिंग, yes, and that whatever I think, I convert it in a message in a particular language, and that is the process to convert the message. Thoughts is converting in message, that is called the encoding. And that encoded, after encoding, that message is go through some channels to the receiver. Receiver is the person who receive the information. Whenever you receive, some receiver receive the information, he also makes the same process. He decode this message in the own language, on the own information, on the basis of his own perception. He convert that message in his own understanding, and after converting this message, decoding the message, he gets something, and whatever he get, he convey to me by giving the feedback. Sometimes, जैसे अभी मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूं तो आप लोग भी कुछ expressions मुझे दे रहे हैं. That expression is also giving some feedback to me. Okay, are you listening to me? Yes. So that is a feedback. If I am not getting the feedback, I think कि यार समझ में नहीं आ रहा बात हो रही मेरी कि नहीं हो रही है ना. तो विदाउट फीडबैक कम्युनिकेशन इज नॉट कंप्लीट. मैं इट्स अ साइकिल. यस. सो कम्युनिकेशन, आई स्टार्ट माई व्यूज, आई सेंडिंग माई मैसेज. सम कम्युनिकेशन मीडियम इज देयर. मीडियम अगर मैं बात करूं तो वी आर यूजिंग सम Google Meet is there. We are using some technology, some medium is there. So that's the technology we using some Google Meet platform. It's the online platform we are using. So that's the medium. And you are getting my information. You are the receiver, and you give me some sign to me. Okay, I receive. So that's the feedback. So this the communication is going on. Okay. Now we come, communication, we understand the communication process. Now we come on the types. Communication is of different types. We have a internal communication, external communication, and the formal, informal communications. I'm giving some brief idea about that because it's a very vast topic. If we go through going in the depth, it becomes I think it's too long. Yes. So I'm giving some briefing about that. There are some types of communications. That is some internal communication. If we about the business communication, so in the business communication, we say within the organization, whatever we discuss, whatever we communicate to in our employees, with our employees, within the organization, that is internal. That is around, that is among the office employees, we say in the organization employee, organization managers. External communication, whenever we communicate our view, our message to the outside the organization. That is the external communication. We make the external communication for making the relationship with the outside the world. जैसे मेरी, I have an organization, so I make a contact with the government. I also make the contact with some auditors. I also make some customer with contact with the customers. So they are the external person, but I need to make a contact with them. We need to communicate with them. Yes, so that is the external communication. Internal and external. Internal within the organization, that is around that is among the company employees, and external, that is outside the organization. Some more basic types is there, that is the formal communication and informal communication. Formal, we say whenever we restrict with some rules, regulation, discipline, that is formal communication. In the organization, that is in the formal organization, in the organization we have some formal communication. Some seniors is also making a communication with the subordinates during the meeting, during the conversation. They also making some follow some rules and regulation, follow the disciplines. So that is the formal communication. We having some reports, policies, announcements. So we follow some guidelines which are given by the organization. So that is the formal communication. But in case of in our personal relationship, in the social relationship, we also making a communication with our friends, with our families, relatives. Formal communication is required for organizing, for run the organization, and the informal communication are required for the satisfaction, social responsibilities, psychological satisfaction, and our mental satisfaction. That gives, whenever we talk with our friends, I feel very relaxed. So that is the informal communication. There is no boundaries, there is no policies, there is no rules and regulations. We communicate with our friends, we communicate with our relatives. Yes, so that is the informal communication. Now we come some more different types of communication in the verbal and non-verbal communication. It's a very vast, and we use both the things in the organizations: verbal communication and the non-verbal communication. Yes, I hope so. You are understanding my things.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are getting.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Please.
So now we discuss about the verbal communication and the non-verbal communication. Verbal communication means where we are using some words, any types. मैं words language use कर रहा हूँ, that means we are using some verbal communication. So verbal communication, जैसे right now we have to talk to all of us, all of you. So it's a verbal communication. I'm using some language, I'm using some words. That is verbal communication. So in the meetings, presentations, we have a verbal communication. It may be oral or it may be a written. So for the oral communication, we say at present we are also using some oral communication. I'm talking to you. This a face-to-face communication. That's the oral communication. We are also having the video conferencing right now. We are using the video conferencing. So that is also the face-to-face. But that is also the oral communication as well as. Yes. On the telephones, on the mobiles, we are talk to each other. That is also the oral communication that we are using in our business organizations. In the written communication, yes, in the oral communication, we are also using the voice notes. Right now, we are using some voice notes. We are using some voice messages. So that is also comes in the oral communication. In the written communication, it's a very vast, and normally we are using in the organization, that's the written communication. We always write letters, reports, journals, magazines. We have a presentations. Let's say right now we are also using the written communication. I'm using my slides. So that's the written communication is there. Whatever we write the things, that is written communication. So there's some basic advantages there. We have some proof. We have some evidences in the written communication, while as in the oral communication, we don't have sometimes, we don't have the evidences. So in the formal way, we are using, mostly we are in the organization, we are using the written communication. We write the emails. अभी मैं आगे बात करूंगा आगे मॉडर्न कम्युनिकेशन के बारे में, मॉडर्न टूल्स के बारे में. Then we come on the, so we in the written communication, we are also using some emails, reports and proposals, business letters. They are also comes in the, they are in the categories of written communication, which are used in the organization in the formal way. So this is the verbal communication, oral and written. Whenever we use the word, that is verbal communication. Now, much more important about the non-verbal communication. It's a very important thing we say, because in case of writing, in case of uh, saying, you may be something wrong, but in case of non-verbal communication, your body language, your eyes, your paralanguage is giving some more accuracy about the communication, because you normally we can't change our body language, so that say the right things. So we say the non-verbal communication is most reliable in comparison to the verbal communication if we talk to each other. Yes. So in the non-verbal communication means we are not using the words, we are not using any kind of language, but the things are communicated with others. Yes. So if we say something, we are using some non-verbal clues to the others. In the non-verbal communication, we have a body language. Your body language is also communicate about yourself. Whenever you talk to others, your body language means your gestures, how you movement of your hands, your your expressions, that is body language. Facial expressions, yes, we are using right now, we are using the very much in the facial expressions. We all are using the facial expressions without seeing to each other. We also sending some messages by the emojis. Yes, we are using the emojis. Thousands of emojis are there available in the mobiles, in the message box. We are using some emojis on the basis of facial expressions. So that is also communicate. If we say, I am not anger, I am not sad, but your face is saying something, your face is representing yourself, okay, you are sad. अगर आप फ्रेंड से मिलने नहीं जा पा रहे हो तो आपको बताना है कि आप सैड हैं. You just send a emoji. You are happy, then you send a emoji to your friends. Okay, I am happy. You are uh, appreciate to someone. You giving applause. I am seeing there's a lot of applauses are going on. Thank you very much to all of you, sir. Thank you. And eye contact. That is also there. Your eye is saying something. Yes. Whenever you talk to other person, your eye is saying. Whenever you addressing a conference, addressing in a meeting, your eye contact is very much important. In the business organization, whenever we talk to in front of our teams, in front of our students, we are all our professors. So whenever you go in the class, your facial expression, your eye contact is giving a message to the student. Yes. Students is understanding. Whenever you enter in the class, your facial expression, your eye contact is giving, okay, सर का मूड आज कैसा है ना. आप बात करो नहीं करो, बट वो समझ जाते हैं कि आज सर का मूड कैसा आ रहा है. आपने भी कुछ बोला ही नहीं, but they understand by your body language, by your facial expressions, by your postures, gestures, your eye contact. That is very much important in the organization's communication. Then as well as we say that is very much important in our personal life also. आप घर आते हैं, आपकी वाइफ समझ जाती है कि आपका मूड कैसा है without saying anything. Yes. So that is there. Some visual clues are there. Body language. One more important thing in the non-verbal communication, that is your paralanguage. Whenever we in the class, we are in the communication, our voice tone is also communicate. You don't say anything, but your voice and tone is communicate to the student your anger. Your voice is rise, volume is rise. So a student is understanding, sir is some anger. And whenever you very calm, they understand. Okay, sir is very soft. है ना सब कूल है अभी तो आपका वॉइस टोन is also giving some communication. Your modulation of voice, something is important, your modulation is changed. Yes, so that is also giving some communication. आपका आवाज आपका वॉइस बता देता है. I just say one example is there. We having the same words and we sing it, and the same words is singing by the Kumar Sanu or the Sonu Nigam. That only the difference is voice tone and the voice qualifiers. आप में उसमें केवल इतना ही अंतर है. वर्ड सेम आप भी गा रहे हो और वो वर्ड्स भी वही गा रहे हैं, बट आपको कोई नहीं सुनता है. मीन्स जो नॉन सिंगर हैं, आई एम नॉट सेइंग, आई एम नॉट नोन कि हु इज अ सिंगर इन अवर कम्युनिटी, so please don't take otherwise, but that is the difference. Only the difference is there कि वो सुर में गा रहे हैं, हम बेसुर में गाते हैं. So that is the para language. Tones of voice is also very much important in our communication. And some more things in the non-verbal clues, non-verbal communication. That is your attire, your bearings is also communicate. Whatever you wear, what are your clothing, your dressing is also communicate. Yes sir. तो आपकी ड्रेस से आप किसी से कुछ नहीं बोलते हैं, बट द पर्सन इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग द थिंग कि ओके ही इज द पर्सन कमिंग फ्रॉम द मीटिंग. योर ड्रेस इज सेइंग. A student is wearing the dress of the university, he say nothing, but the people know that he is the student of that university by his dress. So dressing is also there. Your dress is also making your moods. It's a very much experiment. I always say, I always give an example is there. Whenever you wear, it's make your mood also. आपका जो स्विंग मूड होता है, तो whenever you wear the some comfortable clothes, your जो walking is very calm, your voice is soft, that is also communicate. And whenever you wear the some tight jeans and things, your speed and walking is different. आप 2 सीढ़ियां चढ़ना चालू कर देते हो जब आप जीन्स पहनते हो तो, और नॉर्मल फॉर्म में आप calmly चल रहे हो, वो स्लो चल रहा है, आराम से एक रहता है. So that is also there. Your attire, your one more thing is very much important in the non-verbal communication. That is your proxemics, space. You have some distance, you have some communicate your distance among between the you and the other person, the sender and receiver. That space is also giving some communication. Whenever you have a very close, very intimate person, your distance is very minimum. So some other person is looking at you and the other person, and you meet to other person is very closely and hug him, and we say very close. So understand the person, you are very close to each other. So we make a distance. Distance is also communicate to other person. Yes. So distance is also giving some. One more thing is time. Is also communicate about your personality in the business organization. All these parameters are there. All non-verbal all non-verbal clues are there, which make your personality communicate about yourself. So now we come. That is the some different types of communication. Now we come the benefits of effective communication. Why we need the effective communication? So that's a very common thing. It's make a healthy relationship. By the effective communication, your relationship becomes better. If you make a good communication with your boss, your relationship becomes better. Performance is also better. Comes moral is boost your moral. If you communicate with your subordinates, his moral is boost up. It's also make a good image. It's also help effective communication is also helping to our achievement of goals, objectives. Smooth functioning, we need the effective communication for the smooth functioning, greater efficiency. We need the effective communication for the higher productivity increases. Decision making is also depends on the communication. So for the effective decision making, we need the effective communication. Cooperation and coordination is also there. Some more is there. Enhanced productivity. Sometimes communication is very much important for the conflict resolution. We get the information about the conflicts among the employees, so that is also giving very much such support to us to resolve the conflicts. Employee engagement is also there. We are also having some different types of communication with the employees, like job satisfaction, performance appraisals. These are also the communication tools which we are using in the employee engagements. Next one is the importance enhancing team collaboration. We also having the team collaboration, increase our team collaboration, relationship building, and promote the inclusivity. वर्कप्लेस पे हमारा environment अच्छा होता है by using the effective communication. Team collaboration, customer relationships is also building. We are also building the customers relationship with the communication. Now become more important topic, the technology we are using in the business communication. That is very important thing, because in the last time अगर हम देखें, in the last 10 years, that is a drastic change in the communication. And due to this, our business world is become the more and more global. Due to the technology, we are making this webinar. Because of technology, we are using that communication. Without technology, now we say, without the technology, we are finished in the communication. So it's a very important thing. So different technology, by the use of technology, we have a business communication also there. We are also having the virtual meetings. Right now, we are using the same thing in our webinars. Face-to-face interaction, we are also having their instant messaging. We make the faster and faster. One more important thing that becomes a very much popular in the business organization, and we are also having that use in business in the organization, that is the social media platform. We are also same, we are using Microsoft Team. It's a virtual meeting. Social media, we are also communicate through the WhatsApp. It's a social media, share our content, share the things, customers के साथ engagement, enhancement बढ़ गया, brand visibility is also increasing. है ना? We are also having the different mobile apps. Due to the technology we are using, learning the more and more things. And some more technology we are using, like email is very much popular in our organizations. We are using the emails. It's a very important and very effectively used for the communication. Because of that, that is a very much efficient. We can make a documentation. It's the evidence we have. As an email is also the evident documentary evidence for us. Make a global reach. We can make a communication through the email around the world. And one more important thing comes in the business communication due to the technology because of time saving. हमारा कम्युनिकेशन फास्ट हो गया है, इससे हमारा टाइम सेव हुआ और हमारी रीच इंक्रीज हो गई है. Now we communicate with all over the world. We have a real time interaction. Yes, real time interaction means interaction. Now we have a conversation with each other. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, आप सुन रहे. That is a real time. Team connectivity is also increased. है ना? We are also having some informal communication. It's also a space. We are also having a social relationship. We are also having a Instagram friends, Facebook friends. We are also having a Facebook marketing, email marketing. We are also using the social media. That's the informal communication, but we are using in the business also there. We are also making our communication, making our marketing through their channels, through social media. We are also having the Instagram marketing. We are also having the Facebook marketing, email marketing. Video conferencing, we are also discuss about that. Social media platform is a very much important for the business organizations. It make the brand awareness through the social media. We are knowing about the different brands and it's become a very much popular due to the social media. Engagement is also there. We are also receiving the feedbacks from the customers, customer satisfaction. We are also making the direct contact with the customers. So we get the customer's choice. That is also applicable in the business. Marketing campaigning, we are using different specific channels. Project management in the business organization, we are also having the project management tools like a task assignment. Controlling is also there. Process tracking is very much important. And be using the technology in the communication in each and every field. It may be anywhere. Any field, in any business, we are using the communication and we are using the technology. One more thing is also there, that is also very much recent things is there, cloud-based file sharing. पहले हम पूछते थे हमारे लैपटॉप में, हमारे मोबाइल में, how much storage is there. Now we have a limited storage in the, because data availability is going increase. I remember the things whenever I have a mobiles on that time, that is the 2 GB space is there, that is sufficient. But now I have a 256 GB storage is there, but that is lesser for me. After 6 months, I think your mobile is full, storage is full now. So for resolving that problem, that is cloud-based file sharing is there. So that is the real-time editing we can do. Okay, so accessibility is also there, version control is also there. We have a different versions, different advanced technology we are using. I think the time is going on very fast and our presentation is, I think so. I just take a 5 minutes more for concluding the things. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Okay. So I just say business barriers के बारे में अगर हम बात करें, I just go over through the language. There is different barrier. Barrier means some hurdles in our communication. Whenever we communicate to you, some hurdles is coming. That may be the different types of things. Like I am speaking in the different language, you are understanding the different language. That is the barrier. So language barriers is there. Technology, cultural barriers is also there. Like I just अभी की बात करूं मैं कि अभी आप लोगों का मैं इसके पहले वाला सेशन में अटेंड कर रहा था, but you are speaking in the Marathi, some other language. Marathi is there. I'm not learning about there. Some customs is some language barrier is there, so I'm not understanding. So some communication etiquette is also there. customs, traditions, language, they are the different barriers. We are coming from the different backgrounds. If we have a different cultures, we understand to each other, that make a problem. Some technological barriers is there. We having some connectivity issue, security concern. That is also barriers. Sometimes we have some organizational barriers is also there. Some hurdles due to the organization structures, departments, ego, psychological barriers is also there due to the perceptions. Whatever I think, whatever I say, but whatever you get, that is your opinion. So that is also the hurdles is there. Emotional interference, sometimes our emotions, fears, anxiety is also some barrier is there. Ego in resistance, overloaded information. Sometimes I'm getting a lot of things, but we are not able to get or perceive each and everything. Noise distraction is there. Some non-verbal communication like a body language, facial expression, that is also making a communicate. That is also there. Okay. Okay, one important thing, how to achieve the effective communication. That is the whenever we make a communication, it may be purposeful, compose the message with the care. Always get the response to the audience, understand the audience for making the effective communication. Appropriate medium is very much important, and get the feedback from the audience. Some more strategies also there, giving the training and workshops to the business of employees. So that is also there. Feedback mechanism is very much important for the business organization. If we have a good feedback system, we make a effective communication with our employees. Different communications, we are using the different communications channels. Some improvement is also there. I think improvement is always there. So we need some improvement for effective communications. Adaptability and flexibility is very much important for making effective communication. And the future, if we say about the future of our communication, it's the integration of technology we already having, and the mobility is also there, and the AI in communication. Now we using the artificial intelligence. That is a very important thing which is comes in the communication. That is the future. In future, रिसेंटली अभी हम बात करें पिछले 1-2 साल में ही हमने पिछले लास्ट ईयर से ही हमने एआई का स्टार्ट किया है, बट दैट इज मेकिंग अ ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट ऑन अवर कम्युनिकेशन. पहले हम गूगल में ढूंढते थे, अब हमारे पास एआई है. सो वी आर यूजिंग द एआई टेक्नोलॉजीज, है ना. वी आर यूजिंग, दैट इज द फ्यूचर ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. Okay, sir. Thank you very much. And anybody have a query, anything, whatever you think, whatever you say about me, or ask anything, that you're free to.
Thank you so much, sir. The wonderful presentation you have made in the series. Now it's a time for a discussion session.
Yes, sir.
Dear participants, if you have any query, would like to ask something, please come ahead. Dear participant, Jaivir Singh sir, please.
हेलो, सभी को नमस्कार. सर, मेरा एक सवाल है कि कहते हैं बड़े कहा है बड़ों ने कि यह व्यक्ति बोलने का खाता है, यानी कम्युनिकेशन, यानी बातचीत जो है वो तो किसी भी बिजनेस को सबसे महत्वपूर्ण होता है. तो जैसे वकील है, वकील भी बोलने का खाता है, यानी कम्युनिकेशन, यानी वो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होता है. लेकिन अगर एक बिजनेस करता है, एक व्यक्ति एमबीए यानी डिग्रीधारी है और एक व्यक्ति 10वीं तक या बहुत कम पढ़ा लिखा है, इन दोनों को आप किस दृष्टि से देखते हैं, आप दोनों को बिजनेस के महत्व के लिए?
देखिए सर, अगर व्यक्ति बहुत पढ़ा लिखा है ना, तो उसकी जो इंफॉर्मेशन होगी और उसका जो लेवल होगा थोड़ा सा ऊपर होगा, थोड़ा सा उसकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई थिंक सो कि ज़्यादा हो सकती है, बिकॉज ही इज, क्योंकि उसके पास कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन ज़्यादा है, उसके पास कुछ टेक्निक्स ज़्यादा हैं. पढ़े लिखे होने से आपके पास हो सकता है टेक्निक्स ज्यादा है। जैसे मैं बोलूं कि एमबीए किया है, सपोज कोई पढ़ा लिखा है एमबीए किया है, तो उसने बिजनेस की कुछ टेक्निक्स को सीख लिया है ना। लेकिन 10वीं पास की अगर हम बात करें, 10वीं पास के पास में अभी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है और उसके पास में नॉलेज भी नहीं है। अगर 10वीं पास वाला भी 10 साल बिजनेस कर ले तो वो हो सकता है एमबीए से बेटर काम कर पाए, है ना। और कम्युनिकेशन इज नॉट डिपेंड ऑन द एजुकेशन। कम्युनिकेशन जो है वो आपका डिपेंड करता है आपकी लर्निंग्स के ऊपर। आपका 10th पास स्टूडेंट या 10th पास व्यक्ति भी बहुत अच्छे से कम्युनिकेट कर सकता है और बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ा लिखा व्यक्ति भी कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर सकता है। कम्युनिकेशन का मतलब ये नहीं है यू अंडरस्टैंड द अदर्स फीलिंग, यू अंडरस्टैंड द थिंग्स। आपको समझना पड़ेगा सामने वाला क्या चाहता है। हो सकता है बहुत पढ़ा लिखा व्यक्ति उस चीज को ना समझ पाए, एक 10वीं पास वाला समझ जाए। तो बिजनेस में दोनों की इम्पोर्टेंस है। 10वीं पास वाला व्यक्ति भी चला सकता है बिजनेस को अगर उसके पास अंडरस्टैंडिंग है और वो कस्टमर्स को समझ सकता है। और एमबीए पास जो बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ा लिखा है तो डेफिनेटली वो कर सकता है, डिपेंड्स ऑन हिज नेचर और अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। आई थिंक सो कि आपको जवाब कुछ समझ में आया होगा, मिल गया होगा।
जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, क्योंकि आपका उचित कहना है कि जो कम लिखा पढ़ा है उसे भी कभी निराश नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि मेहनत और वो भी बुलंदियां छू सकते हैं पढ़े लिखों के ऊपर। धन्यवाद सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
हेलो,
थैंक यू, धन्यवाद सर।
हेलो,
एमके जैन सर। यस सर, प्लीज।
यस सर।
हाँ, मैं हरियाणा से हूँ और जो शुरू में जो कम्युनिकेशन में जो पार्टीज की बात हुई है, मैं थोड़ा सा प्रेजेंट आईटी युग में थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट व्यू रखता हूँ कि 2 पर्सन्स होने चाहिए। अब मुझे लगता है कि पर्सन्स की बजाय अगर हम ये पार्टीज बोलें तो आई थिंक दैट विल बी बेटर।
सर आज के बिजनेस में हम पार्टी ही बोलने लगे हैं
जी नहीं, जैसे शुरू में जो फर्स्ट स्लाइड में ही जो है फीचर्स में जो बात बताई कम्युनिकेशन में कि 2 पार्टीज 2 पर्सन्स होने चाहिए, तो मेरे हिसाब से जो है अब 2 पर्सन्स नहीं पार्टीज बोले उसको। कई बार क्या है, दूसरी तरफ जो है ना जो मैसेजिंग आप देखिए, दूसरी तरफ तो मशीन काम करने लग रही है, पर्सन तो है ही नहीं वहां सामने।
सर मशीन को भी हम आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन ही बोलते हैं अब।
नहीं तो ठीक नहीं, पर्सन्स मैंने यही कहा है कि हम पर्सन्स को यूज ना करें, पार्टीज वर्ड यूज करें। आई थिंक
एक्चुअली अगर हम बात करें तो पर्सन्स मतलब एनीवन, है ना। पर्सन्स मीन्स नॉट ओनली द लिविंग बीइंग्स
जी,
पर्सन्स मीन्स कोई भी हो सकता है, वो मशीन भी है, आप एनिमल के साथ भी कर सकते हैं। पार्टी एक्चुअली सब पार्टी वर्ड जो है
आई हेयर बाई मैं डिफर कर रहा हूँ यहाँ थोड़ा सा। जो मशीन है वो आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन भी नहीं है, न नेचुरल पर्सन है न रिप्रेजेंटेटिव पर्सन है, कोई भी पर्सन नहीं है मशीन तो।
ओके, बट आप अगर पार्टी की बात करें तो आपको पार्टी को फिर आपको डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा कि व्हाट इज हु इज पार्टी।
पर्सन जो है वो पार्टी नहीं हो सकती, लेकिन पार्टी जो पर्सन तो हो सकती है।
आई एग्री विथ यू, बट आपको ये डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा हु इज पार्टी।
जी मैं यही,
बिकॉज इफ वी आर यूजिंग
May I say something, sir, here?
यस मैम, बताइए, बोलिए।
यस मैडम, यस यस।
See, our resource person has elaborated the topic very well. I'm really impressed with that. And there are few things I would like to mention when Mr. Jaivir Singh has mentioned about. I have some examples for that. And then now the objection or the difference that Mr. M.K. Jain has mentioned. I would just like to say that in language terms, when we say it's a party, that would be the plural form again. So what Gupta sir has the opinion about person, I think it is absolutely right. Because again, parties will be, we need to again justify what party means. So in that sense, I think Uday Gupta Sarji is absolutely right here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And the one more thing. Okay, sir, I'm Dr. Manisha from USA, and I'm really happy. I'm following the web series. Not I had attended in the initial days, and after so long, whatever the topics are coming up, they are very, very informative. And today's topic, Mr. Gupta has mentioned, it's absolutely brilliant. The initial part, I was very much aware about, but Sir has mentioned about the rest of the things like the business communication part. That was, I think, was add-on part for my knowledge. So I'm happy for that. And I also agree with your point. I'm talking too much today, but I really would like to mention that one important point when you mentioned like education and communication, though both are connected, but it is not necessary that very educated person will have the good communication. It is not mandatory, because I remember 10 years back when I was a trainer and I had one student. The student, you won't be believing, he was 50 plus years old person, and he came for SAP training over there in my institution. And over there, we never believed that he's 10th class pass, because he was working in the same profession for almost 20 to 25 years, and he was excellent communicator. When he expressed that he's willing to learn few things in SAP, at that time we cross-check his educational background, and we got to know he's only 10th pass, but his communication was so excellent that we couldn't believe he is only 10th pass. So I believed since then that education and communication, these are two different parts. Communication is a skill that anybody can acquire with their experience. It is not necessary that only educator will have a good experience, will have a good communication. So I absolutely go with Uday Gupta Sarji. I believed in you, and I liked your session very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
डॉक्टर एम के जैन सर,
हाँ मैं देखिए मैडम माफी चाहते हो इस बात को या थोड़ा सा माफी चाहते हो मैडम मनीषा जी, आपने जो है रिसोर्स पर्सन को राइट बताया, गलत मैंने भी नहीं बताया है, मैंने तो अपना व्यू रखा है। आपने उनको आप एक बात एक बार कमेंट कीजिए कि आप मैंने तो सजेशन रखा है।
Yes, sir. I'm not against you.
मेरा तो सजेशन
वॉइस इज नॉट क्लियर। जैन सर, योर वॉइस इज नॉट क्लियर।
जी अच्छा हाँ, मैं ये कह रहा था, अब आ रही है आवाज साफ?
यस सर,
आ रही है। मैडम ने एक्सप्लेन किया है सर। जैन सर सुनिए, यू आर कंसिडरिंग एज अ ग्रुप कम्युनिकेशन, यू आर कंसिडरिंग एज अ प्लूरल फॉर्म। मैडम का मतलब यही है, बिकॉज द कम्युनिकेशन कैन बी मेड बिटवीन टू पर्सन्स और इन द ग्रुप, and you are considering it one way that only the communication is made with the groups. So madam have explained it. It is not to argue with you, or madam have just pointed out the things you have to be clear. Yeah. Now you please say.
Definitely, absolutely, madam giving a very right thing. And one more thing I added.
Now Prashant did the right communication.
Thank you.
Prashant, this is the right way to communicate. One way, two way, or three way. That's a very different thing. But to understand, just calm your mind, understand what the person is saying. That's his opinion. And if you are able to understand, that's the best way to communicate in your pocket. Otherwise, you can't understand what is the difference between speaking, listening, and communication. So that's the right way. I was just waiting for your response, what actually Prashant is now going to consider for all of us. All the best. You are doing a wonderful job. God bless you.
I just made you talk. That's why I express my thoughts, and that's why you are communicated with us. Because every day we expect some thoughts from your side, but you are just keeping silence in the series, regularly joins. So this we are not expecting from you, madam, just to go on discussing in the session. Thank you so much. We liked. Thank you so much, madam. Now, Dr. Sanand Shukla, sir, would like to ask something. Please come, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir, Prashant sir, and resource person. Wonderful topic you have explained today. That communication is such one of the very important bond between the business people. One is receiver, one is delivering the messages. And I remember some of the Hindi movies in the past. The smugglers people will they were reaching to the shore and they were showing some light.
Yeah, definitely.
They were going to collect those materials.
Yes, bilkul.
Yeah, definitely. The communication is such a strange thing, It is for good thing also and bad thing also. The terrorists nowadays, they are using this kind of technique. And because of communications, right, we are sending some messages and they are sending some messages and their strength becomes, they are making stronger. So this is a negative aspect of black side of the communication, what I have to place. And a very simple thing, in classroom also, if the supervisor is not little paying attention during examination, then you'll find the communication start, with right? And then they are
Yes.
the information. So communication is a really wonderful tool, what I will say. And definitely what you said, barriers, some of the barriers are there, like, preoccupied thoughts. That
Yes,
this person is like it only. I'm not
perception.
Lecture, yeah. So these are the barriers, psychological barriers, what you have very well mentioned. And I remember, we went for one NSS camp, and in that village there was no much sign, to show where to come for medical camp. So our one or two students, they spread a message. There is a camp behind the truck. Okay, behind the truck, and the truck disappeared. And the truck disappeared. So mind you, the communication is one of the very bad thing. Miscommunication, understanding. In history also we are having such a miscommunication. Dhatama, right? Getting it, and we are having a number of examples. Even in the nuclear what has taken place in between Japan and America, it was because of the bad communication. So mind you, it's such a disastrous thing happen in the human life. So communication should be very clear what message I want to give. As a doctor also, we are communicating with the patient how to take a medicine, right? Many of the time, we sometimes we assume in our mind that you eat green leafy vegetable. Okay, I told patient. Yes. On third day, patient came back and he said, I'm having nausea, vomiting, and I cannot tolerate that green leafy vegetable. And then I asked how you have taken it, consumed it. He said, that lady said, I consumed, raw material, raw vegetable. Okay. I said, I sorry, I had forgotten to tell you, you cook as per your system and then vegetables. So,
that is a miscommunication, sir.
Communication is one of the biggest drawback. I remembered, this very well. So I thought, when you are discussing your aspects and elaboratively you're placing it. So wonderful discussions also we had, brainstorming, what we call it as. And this brainstorming should be there, right, to become, to develop that maximum age, one thing, right? One more step. And I think brainstorming, or it is called as the brain wrestling. So definitely all people are having right to put their views, and all views should be appreciated. Yes, definitely, when we are watching one subject, everyone has their one way to think and one way to see. So wonderful discussions from all the sides. And Dr. Bedkar sir and the Prashant sir, they are really doing a wonderful job and, maintaining that equilibrium between everyone. So very, very thankful to both of them. And thank you, sir, for your wonderful today's presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, sir, I just say one thing. It's a vast topic. Within an hour or within a 45 minutes, cover each and everything. It's not a possible thing, sir. I am teaching the business communication as a subject. It's take a whole 6 months. It's a semester. So I just try to communicate somehow is going through very much useful to all of you. It's a very informative for you. You learn something. That's the purpose of this discussion. I think so. I achieve or I get the achievement. All of you are getting the things. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There is one saying in Marathi.
Yes, sir.
बोलणाऱ्याचे राळेही विकतात आणि न बोलणाऱ्याचं सोनं पण विकत नाही. So this is a value of communication.
Very nice, sir.
So thank you, Jaivir Singh sir, Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, Dr. M.K. Jain sir, Manisha ma'am, and also Supriti ma'am for your nice sharing and asking a nice question in the series. Thank you so much. Now I request the chief organizer, our ideal principal, M.M. Betkar sir, for concluding words. You are welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. मुझे हिंदी भी आती है.
Yeah, why? Nice, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I move towards the vote of thanks. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur in Maharashtra State, as we know, organized a World Record Series 2. It's a daily webinar series. For today's session on the dais was Honorable Dr. Uday Kumar Gupta sir, who explained the topic for today's session, that is role of communication in business organization, where sir have really brought the history of communication in front of us, scope of communications, features communications, then types of business communications, external communication, internal communication, formal, verbal, non-verbal, all these points you have covered. How to achieve an effective communication, it also you explained, sir. Really, it is a process, two-way process. One can communicate. You explain that one has to send the message, second who receive the message. Again, it is a cycle of life. So it runs in the life of the human being. Even in the animal's life, they can communicate verbally and non-verbally like that. No, not verbally by animals, but non-verbally they can create sounds, express with the sounds. So the very good topic was there, sir, and you explained very nicely. It is too knowledgeable for us. You have explained all those details. Thank you so much from the bottom of heart.
Thank you.
Also thanks our advisor, our ideal principal, M.M. Betkar sir. Thanks the faculty member of my college, Dr. Praveen Udge sir, Dr. Kiran Chaudhary sir, and others Special thanks Jayveer Singh sir, Dr. M.K. Jain sir, Manisha ma'am, and Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, and Supriti ma'am for your sharing views. And also, I should not forget to thank all those dear participants who joined the series. We have here, so we are moving forward. So thanks a lot once again to you all. Now I request to fill up the feedback link which is given in the chat box. With the kind permission of the chief organizer, I declare the session is over. Thank you once again, Gupta sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vedkar sir, to give the opportunity for me. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Supriti.